Hi, and welcome to volume 18 of My Prostate is Trying to Kill Me. I'm Mark Graves, just a regular guy fighting prostate cancer, and glad to have you along for the ride. Monday, which was weigh-in day at my radiation treatment this morning, so of course that accounts for my shirt. And my radiation angels always get a kick out of that when I wear that in. What they really enjoyed this morning too was I got a pair of socks, or actually I got 3 pairs of socks from my buddy Curtis, and they all have food on them. I showed them in one of my videos last week, and today I wore the taco and chili socks, and they thought that was funny. So it's always nice to brighten up their morning, which it's early when I get over there. My treatment starts at 7:30 in the morning. I got to remember not to keep hitting the table. It makes the camera shake. So I'm actually going to try and make these a little more professional as we go along. I made myself some notes so I wouldn't forget anything. And I'm going to work on being able to do a little better editing on it, maybe add some little things in here. We'll see what happens. At any rate, had a good weekend. I didn't put any videos up on Saturday and Sunday. I had a lot going on around here. I meant to yesterday, and I just burned out. I ran out of energy, and that's how it goes for me. Just be going along, just doing great, and all of a sudden, poof! It's like watching your gas gauge and somebody put a hole in your gas tank. You're just doing great, and all of a sudden, dink! There it goes, or dink, depending on which way your gauge lays. So I got to get some thank yous out here. First of all, thanks to my buddy Tom. He sends me a video every day of a new hat. It's Thomas Kirk, and he's one of the board members along with me and on Orange County Gun Owners. And we were having a Zoom meeting one night, and I happened to comment. He had a bunch of hats behind him on a rack on the wall, and he says, I got even more in the other room. And so I said, I like those. So it's so cool. Every day now, I look forward to getting this little video from Tom. They're not very long. He just says hi, and has his hat on. Yesterday was one for Oktoberfest. The interesting part of that was he mentioned Lederhosen. So if it even cost me, Tom, I really want to see you in Lederhosen. If this whole Wuhan is over by October, we gotta go out, and I want to see you in your full get up. That would be awesome. So thank you very much, Tom, for the videos every day. I totally appreciate that. Keep them up. I appreciate that. Let's see. Talked about my socks. Got a thank you to my buddy Daniel, who has shared my channel, and I appreciate that. Daniel, thank you very much. Hopefully somebody that could be helped by this will find it. You know how YouTube is. It's tough for people to locate things, and we did get over 100 followers on the channel, so that's great. We got people watching it. If you know somebody that's going through prostate cancer, or you have somebody that's in need of, I don't know, maybe some encouragement, send them over. See what we can do. Let's see, what else we got? Frozen yogurt with Cindy Leaf. She's a friend of ours, Kelly and I. In fact, I met her through Kelly, over 20 years ago. Was in her wedding when she married Don. Just two of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet. I mean, they're sweet, they're loving, they're kind, they're considerate, they're just good people. I mean, amazing people. And one of Cindy's friends had an accident, had to have her hip replaced, and broke her femur. So Cindy came out from Arizona. They live out there. And she came here and stayed for a week, and then found out through Facebook that she was going to be here. She says, hey, you want to get together? So we did. We met up with her on Saturday it was, and got some frozen yogurt and got to hang out for a couple of hours, and it was just great, just refreshing for the soul. Haven't seen him in person in, gosh, it's got to be at least a couple years now, I think. No. I'm sorry, that's not true. We saw them after I got diagnosed with cancer, which was an extremely uplifting visit for me. It wasn't real long, but it was fantastic. So miss you guys, Cindy and Don. You're incredible people. I'm going to try not to make this one too long either. I just want to cover something real quick. I got a couple of questions last week, and I totally understand that people don't want to post these kind of questions in the comment section below. If you would like to post a comment, feel free. If not, people have found me on Instagram. They found me on Facebook. Direct message me, instant message me, either way, and ask a question. And I will never put your name up there unless you tell me that it's okay. So I had 2 people ask me the same thing, and this is anonymous. When should I have my prostate checked? There is no firm answer for that. It's not like a colonoscopy where they tell you at a certain age, 50 years old, you should get it done. Mostly because touching the prostate is a touchy thing, no pun intended. So normally what they would do is the PSA test first, and that's a blood test to see if your number is rising. If the number is rising, then that would indicate there's something going on with your prostate. And so that may require or may not at that time get you a DRE, which we talked about was the digital rectal exam, and that's the finger. So getting the finger can change a lot of things. It can give you false positives. It can change how your plumbing works for a while. There's so many different things, but it just becomes a conversation to have between you and your doctor. There's no set time. There's no schedule to say, okay, you know, if you're a white male, then you need to do it at the age of 48. If you're African American male, then you need to do it at the age of 46. They don't have those kind of charts for having it done. There are some things to look for. If your plumbing starts working weird, there's always that in the back of your mind. You know, if you're dribbling after you pee, if you're getting up to pee way too many times in the middle of the night, you know, it happens as we get older. If things in the bedroom aren't working right, a lot of that, you know, has to do with your prostate. Now, some of it is completely benign. Nothing wrong with it. That's just us getting old, man. There's no way around it. But otherwise, it could be something that my primary care physician called nefarious. And so you'd want to get that checked out. But as far as me, I didn't even go in for physicals, until 2017. I was not a preventative health kind of guy. My weight would go up and down. I would eat good, then not eat good. I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes for 35 years, 2 packs a day for 35 years. Then in 2009, I had surgery. I had a spinal fusion, so my C5, C6, and C7 were fused together. And at that time, I tried to quit smoking. It worked for a little bit, but went back to it. Then in 2017, I had to have my left shoulder worked on, and that was a work injury from lifting, and I had to have rotator cuff surgery. And then while I was down for that, recuperating on the couch, I got gout in my foot, and I've had that, before, but never like this. I mean, this was like the devil gout. It just a breeze going past my toe, and I wanted to cry. It was so bad. So I made an appointment, went to see a doctor. My sister worked in the same office that this doctor was in, so she referred me to him. I went in, got checked out, and so he ran a bunch of tests on it to see what was going on. Turned out it was gout, but he says, hey, as long as you're here, I'm going to schedule you for a full panel, and he says, I'd like to do a physical, examination. I'm like, cool. So he's checking all the normal stuff, listening to my heart, checking my lungs, listening to that, testing the reflex on my knees, and then he says, okay, if you wouldn't mind, drop trowel and lay on your side. And I'm like, what? And he says, well, I'm gonna check your prostate. I'm like, what? And so that was the first time I had my prostate checked. And he says, well, it feels a little enlarged to me, but we'll get the results back from the PSA. And so there was no big alarm. That was back in 2017. And then I got it checked every year through 2019. And 2019 is when all the trouble started. So I see it. I'm getting long on this one. I don't want to go that long. So to the questions that I got on direct message on Facebook, there is no set time to be able to do it. And what I'm going to do too, I'll link in the bottom a great website that answers a bunch of questions about should you get a prostate exam? If you have an issue with it, what should you ask the doctor? What should you know before you go? Man, there's so much good information on this. So I'll put the link in the comment section below. And then I will post up another video tomorrow. Thanks so much for coming along on this ride with me. I really can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It's good for me. It's cathartic for me to get it out. Hopefully you guys will be able to glean some information from it. I actually have people that watch the video too that are not guys, don't have prostates, and they're okay with it too. So thank you very much to each and every one of you that watch it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, click the like button, click the subscribe and the notification, and you'll know when the next one's going to be up. And other than that, have yourselves an awesome Monday night, and I'll see you tomorrow.